Hi, welcome back. If you're watching this video, you should be setting up a tethered headset. A tethered headset merely displays VR imagery. VR applications themselves run on the computer the headset is connected to. As such, you'll need a VR runtime to play your game. If you have played any VR games on your headset before, you probably already have one installed. The VR runtime we'll be using for this tutorial is Steam VR. However, you can use others if you like, though you might need to do a bit of your own research into them. So let's start out by downloading Steam VR and setting it up. Go to store.steampirate.com, this is Steam's website, and click this green button, Install Steam. On this page, click this button to install the downloader for Steam, and go through the steps there to set it up. You'll need a Steam account, and you should be able to set one up in this installation process. So after you've fully installed the application and also logged in, you should have a view sort of like this. This is the Steam Game Store, and at the top right, you can search for games. For us, we'll need to install Steam VR, so type that in here. It should be the first result, this one. Now, I've already installed Steam VR, so I don't have an option to download it. However, if you haven't installed it, you should be able to download it from here. After you downloaded Steam VR, you should be able to see it from your library. Go to here, make sure you have tools selected so you'll be able to find Steam VR, and in the search bar type Steam VR. It should be this one. Now if you click this green button, you'll be able to launch Steam VR. Before you do so, let's talk about how your use of Steam VR may vary for different headsets. Depending on your headset manufacturer, there may be additional steps to setting up Steam VR. Therefore, it makes sense to do a quick Google search for your particular headset of choice before you move on. In the description, I'll put a couple of links to articles describing the setup process for some common headsets. We can take a look at them now as well. If you're using an HTC Vive, Steam VR should already be installed in your setup process, so just use that. If you have a Valve Index, follow the instructions here. Pretty much, if you have your hardware set up, all you have to do is to plug your headset in and then launch Steam VR. So it's pretty simple as well. If you have an Oculus headset, setting up Steam VR is slightly more difficult. This is because Oculus has its own proprietary runtime. You can actually also use Oculus's runtime to play test your Unity application. However, we'll be using Steam VR in this tutorial. To set up Steam VR with your Oculus devices, go into your Oculus app, go to General in Settings, and enable Unknown Sources. This will allow unknown apps to be able to be run on the headset. Unknown apps includes Steam VR, so it'll allow you to run Steam VR. Now, when using your Oculus Rift, you just open up the Steam VR application and then run it from there. Okay, so after Steam VR is set up for your headset, go back here and click Launch. Nothing pretty much will happen, but now the Steam VR runtime is running in the background. Okay, now we can go to Unity and click play. There will be a few settings we need to modify before we can do so though. In Unity, go to Edit, Project Settings, and inside the XR page, make sure to set Play Mode OpenXR Runtime to Steam VR. This will make sure that when you're playtesting your application, it runs through Steam VR instead of some other runtime. Next, go to File, Build Settings, and make sure your platform is Windows, Mac, Linux, this one. If you don't have this selected, then you won't be able to run your application on your computer. Okay, now all you have to do is click play. If you put on your headset, you should be in an empty void world, and you should have 2 pointers for your hands. So yeah, that's how you playtest your VR application for tethered headsets. The world is pretty empty right now, but we'll be adding more and more to it in the coming videos. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm excited to see you in the next video.